What a surprise. Didn't expect to see you back. But considering that I have actually just realised that how close I am to the end of this season, well, things are going to have to wrap up pretty quickly. I'm assuming there's going to be a somewhat solid victory against Carol, but the aftermath of which is going to be a mix of joy and triumph, and some heartbreak, sorrow, and probably some lingering effects thereon. And of course, Hibiki with her father. Are they going to try and tie that all in as well? Or keep it going for the next season? To find out, we're going to have to watch it, so strap yourself in, turn your headset fully up to max, so that we can enjoy the music. Then once again, joining forces together, believing in your friends and those behind you, changing the atmosphere for the best. At least dissipating all of that extra energy and negativity away from where it can instantly harm them. And now that we have got, once again, yet another transformation, is this going to be one that they can reacquire and change back into at a moment's notice? Or is it going to need another world-ending disaster? Yeah, they're doing the evil thing. They're monologuing, they're saying how they've got the upper hand. If miracles existed, then they wouldn't have punished her father. Congratulations for saving everyone's lives. However, that is the work of the gods, and you are not a god, so therefore burn. Yeah, that sounds about like Middle Ages kind of thought process. Everything and everything that may be considered a miracle or else needs to be removed from this world. I mean, they can summon as many of these alkanoises as she likes. They don't exactly... they've never caused that much of trouble. And with the area mostly being evacuated by now. And are those... Well, I guess he is in the control room. But I guess, are they tears of pain for what she's physically suffering, or because there's the emotional contact there with Carol? The music to accompany that scene there where they were destroying parts of the city didn't seem to fit that. Some interesting armaments there. And slicing through the... What has she got? Like a weird joystick. Oh, okay. They're in a saw pincer crab. Go for it. we've got the precedent of them, like Chris was just saying. They've saved her, so are they going to try and break through everything that Carol's been through? The difference being Chris was the unwitting pawn of Finney, rather than the architect of destruction that Carol is. But then again, Muri and the others were high up there on the level of danger to everyone around. Quite a spectacle, really, isn't it? Yeah, while they're busy getting rid of all of the noise, Carol's not just to be sat there waiting for them to finish. A distraction? Who'd have thunk it? I mean, her memories themselves are the crux of her pain. I don't think erasing everything that you've been through, that you know, is really a wise decision, but, you know, necessary. Well, they have been easily deflected. It seems their upgrade of the numerical gears wasn't quite enough. Interesting. I'll give you that. She's created some sort of alchemic megazord. Cry the fire in her loins. Is that really a apt translation? How much is the rebuild effort going to be for this city? Don't just rush in. Without much of a plan, it's not going to really achieve much. Push themselves to the limit, believe in their friends, go through for one last, like, Hail Mary. Where is the last one? There she is. Hibiki being the vanguard for them all, keeping them at bay is, well, I wouldn't expect anyone else to be able to handle that job. Does it have a... Okay. I was going to say, does it have a regrowth effect where they can reform the broken bits of the Megazord? A genocide of miracles. Will she be the tuning fork for that as well? Her hand will pierce the heavens. She has no time left, and with the body faltering, and they're about to be lost forever. Her, a visual representation of her literally burning through those memories, erasing everything that she had. is this good vibes? Like, sending thoughts and prayers in the form of this power. Huh. Trying to read that, then realised, hang on, the lyrics themselves were telling me. Well, not the lyrics, but, well, yeah. She finally realising the futility of her actions here, or final last ditch getting taken down as much as possible. 12 kilometers. Cool. I mean, she's not able to take down the entire world, but oh, she's been rejected from the... While she's held back with the strings there. Still defiant to the end. Huh. The only thing that might be able to pull her out of her trance of taking out the world, her father himself. And in this pivotal last moment, yeah, let's hope the 5 that are still at ground zero were able to protect themselves as well. But yeah, at that pivotal last moment, Elf9 coming through the gears themselves and Hibiki. Being that last connection between Carol and her father. So, why or how did she just disappear there? If Hibiki did manage to protect her and envelop her in the Don't Slave bubble, sleep as much as you like. I mean, that's her way of enjoying summer, but don't tell the one in the hospital bed to just sleep as a lot. Huh. I mean, if any of them is going to be traditional, yeah, sure. I'm glad that they're able to have this fun moment here, but it's building up for tragedy, isn't it? They'll be the best of friends. But since it was building her wound from before, and she was pushing herself through it anyway. Yep. She really needed the bathroom. She may be a while. Don't waste water now. She has carried so much on her shoulders the entire way through this show. It's not up to her to... Why isn't it draining? It's not up to her to hold all the burdens of everyone. But yeah, this really was not much of a win, was it? If Carol's missing, she still caused the destruction of the city. If Elfenine gets... well, suffers as they're trying to build here, then what did they get out of it? All the problems? I'm pretty sure there's some that might still go unaddressed. Where would she be without her? Ah, there she is. Don't worry, everyone, we found Carol now. She's just aboard the ship with all of you. Ah, she really burnt through everything. Was she just wandering around and kind of intrinsically knew where she would be? Imagine if she got the wrong room, walked in on the commander. Ah, so it was like a visual compass finding a way to her. In a sense or two. Or what could have led you to forget such things? Slipping away? I feel like they are in the same boat. So one is physically shrinking, the other, what, mentally? But at the finish line, it doesn't seem as grand. Especially after you've just made so many new friends. Is that a medical procedure? The swirl camera movement. And is this like the fire that burned when Carol removed herself like 6 episodes ago? No. Either she doesn't quite remember who she is, or given a new lease of life with a new body that doesn't require hospitalization. So did the pseudo Carol give up her flesh so that everyone could live again? Or did they combine so there's a bit of both in there? waiting till the end until we can have a reuniting with her father again. Is he actually going to step up and not run away anymore? Get someone else to do your work for you? Ah. She's just talented. Despite her looks. Take it out on her. Now that victory, to a certain degree, has been achieved. Poor you. Who wants to go to England? Now that victory has been achieved, they can relax a little, enjoy themselves for a bit, be normal girls of their age rather than fighting forces. Was there a power gap and it's allowed so much more? And what are they going to come across at the end of it all? The memory card that Dr. Vare gave over. A glimpse of hope for the future. After joining their ranks. First we had Chris joining the team. Then it was Shirei and, well, those two. I said those two because I can't remember the names really. And now Elf9 is joining along. How many more characters are going to be introduced and join their little fighting force through the other seasons? But also, is there going to be a power creep of what they're fighting against? Because so far they've all been pretty disastrous. Trying to destroy the world via the moon. Completely rebuilding it with alchemy. Huh? He's actually doing it. Going to meet them? It's going to be a little hard to just accept that, isn't it? After he's ran away once. There's not an immediate no, so there's hesitation at least. Even if they can't agree, she'll be the bridge. And after she's almost achieved something there, yeah, you're not going to let go of it anytime soon. Yes, bittersweet happiness at the end. Symphogear being the show where, you know, there aren't any, like, truly massive surprises. Well, I'm probably forgetting one or two major ones, actually, but still. Things kind of play out how I would envisage them. Having Carol disappear suddenly to reunite with Elf9 and become whole again. One solution that I was probably hinted at a while back, now that I think about it. When she was first created, you know, I gave you a part of myself, all the memories that she held there. Now it's just played in reverse. But how much of the world can actually be spared each time there's some sort of conflict going on? Because, sure, half the city just got wiped out right there. It's going to leave a mark and a hefty bill. Is there going to be some sort of power gap, like you said, now that since the USA went down? Is there anyone covering that? Are there others vying for a spot amongst the world stage? Also, with this season bringing back characters like Dr. Ver, having him play out his role of being the hero, and essentially, granted, saving the city, maybe even, perchance, the world, but also wrapping that story in a neat little bow. There is no return in the future for it, which means everything in seasons going forward from here is going to be needing treading on new ground. But I want them just to enjoy their school life for a bit. Hibiki has been missing too many classes. Still, I do believe that with everything that was going on, still managing to get a little bit of personal growth and relationships between all the characters and the friendships here. It's a difficult balancing act to try and get across. And if Elf9 and Carol have merged, become one, does she retain any of the alchemy powers that can be potentially utilised in the future? Sure, she did create the Dice Slave power-up badges, but actually being able to do more of the magic-y shit, that could be pretty cool. Also, do I remember right? The noise themselves are locked off in another dimension at this time. That's why there was the Alka noise in this one. If we've taken down the alchemists, if the noise are in an alternate pocket dimension thing, are there going to be any hazardous mob creatures for them all to wipe through? I guess we'd have to watch and find out. This season has been ups and downs all around, and some pretty good songs, some nice transformation sequences, some very impressive animation, even if some of them weren't quite so necessary. We can make up our own minds on that one. But Hibiki being Hibiki and the driving force for them never to give up, while herself shouldering so much stress and issues that she's near cracking point. Yeah, I don't want a hero that can do everything. I want one that has everyday struggles, still managing to overcome it. Makes me feel a little better that, sometimes things are achievable. Even if I do sit in my room, hiding behind the blanket. Even if I do just sit in my room a lot of the time, hiding underneath the blankets. I really hope that you have enjoyed Symphogear. The music, the animation, the sense of achievement after all. It's all too good. But let's not forget, are they going to have to rebuild or get a new headquarters, considering the main ship got smashed in? They're in the tiny little bridge section now. We'll have to see. So join me again for the next season. I'm not sure if I'll go straight into it or not. That's still to be decided. If you want it, let me know at least. You can also join to my Discord to be a little more vocal. Consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out whenever anything gets uploaded. But if I entertained you in any way, if I learned something, if you learned something, if we all got anything out of it, consider letting me know down below. Maybe even liking the video. Please like. I need it so much. But for now, get yourselves a bit of a rest. I really hope to see you for the next one. My patrons have always been the ones giving me a smile, even though they know it is a death spiral for my channel. Just like those that are Sal, Guado, Kite, Wolfie Sensei, and everyone else. And so, if you would like to be beside my channel's bedside in its time of need, consider joining onto my Patreon as well. Keep it alive for just a little longer, without needing any memory transfer.